Hello folks, and welcome to my top 10 list for this current Next Fest. My first one on the list is Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. I really like this game. It's a first-person shooter. If you like Starship Troopers, you're gonna like this, I gotta say. They tried to do some atmospheric stuff. I like the pixel. It's a first-person shooter. I love the art style that they went with here. With the just the way everything looks, I like it. I mean, it's not like super graphicked out, but I'm not a realism person, so I don't really care if it looks like real life or not. I'd rather it be stylized. That's the word I'm looking for. I really like the style they went with, and I feel like they got a good amount of the feel for Starship Troopers. So there's only one mission in the game, although it's in kind of 4 parts, so you kind of get 4 mini missions. And this is one of them where you just take the levels, I guess you call these levers, not levels, and then you defend the base. And with it being a first-person shooter, it gets some. You get more weapons than just your rifle. You can get like a really good, like, I don't know what to call it, like a minigun almost. It's like the equivalent in Starship Troopers, and then shotgun. A really good shotgun as well. Look at my dudes. I would say the AI isn't the smartest in this game. For your teammates, that is. You will end up accidentally killing your teammates. But in terms of
finally some real action.
Oh my goodness. In terms of like them doing damage, I mean, you can see that's all damage they've done to the tanker. I haven't shot at it yet, but you can do this. I really like this. Yeah, like this is what I'm talking about, like low details from the movie. But yeah, as they say, enlist today. Alright, so second on my list is EverSiege Untold Ages. So, I think this counts as a MOBA, I'm not sure. You have little minions. I love games with minions, by the way. I'm just a huge fan of it. But you get to play as a character. You have abilities with your character. It has MOBA controls, but my problem with most MOBAs is that the amount of key binding in most of them is just insane for me, and this was very simple for me to learn, so I'm very satisfied with. Also, you own a town in this one, and you try and make decisions on what units you want to buy and that sort of thing, what upgrades you want your city to have. In my case, I'm just going to buy some knights and then upgrade them and call it there, and then follow my minions that I have. So I like the first guy they give you the most. I mean, there's a second guy that you can use, but try not to use this ability. There you go. There's a second guy, but I just don't like him as much. I like very straightforward tank guys. Also, you watch my minions; they absolutely surrounded that guy. But for the most part, I don't really think about the minions too much. They're more to just stop the enemy from getting into your zones. They can be good as like a distraction if you took a lot of damage or something. Yeah. But the main thing that I like about the minions is when you get to the boss guy, you kind of need the minions for distraction purposes. Or at least it helps a lot. And there's the boss, man. Like I said, see how he's like kind of just distracted here? Okay, well, since I don't have any minions, I'm gonna just go ahead and leave. No reason to struggle. So level up. I'm gonna go with, run speed, then I can strafe maybe a little bit better. Also, I can get around better, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, these are the little knights that I bought in that previous wave. When I showed earlier. Yeah, You can see his health bar up here. I could probably beat him pretty quick, but he's not the only boss you have to defeat to get it to finish. At least I don't think so. I think there's a dragon you can beat in the demo. They only give you this one area, but I think it's pretty fun. I wish it lasted a little longer, because I'd love to get like a really good build going, but I feel like maybe it's that I rushed the bosses or something. But yeah, it's a great game. I like minions. I like fighting. You can build towers and stuff. There's this whole economy system with building your army up, and I imagine that in later ages, because this game, that's kind of like the difficulty, you get to really build out your armies like you do in the trailers. But yeah, I think this is a good game. How many dudes? I saw some other YouTuber guys playing this one. I didn't pick it up when I saw it on YouTube, but I did see it in the Next Fest, and I was like, you know what? I should give it a go. I've got a run already. You can kind of see what my build is. Mostly medic dudes and knights. I find that knights are really good tanks. This is effectively what the game is. It's just watching masses of flesh fight each other. There are abilities in this game where you could do damage or heal units, revive them. But for the most part, you're just collecting dudes and picking which things you think you can beat. Realistically, for me, I just go with the more money every single time. Just whatever, more money. If my dudes lose, it's I mean, I haven't lost yet, so far I have a 100% win ratio. It's satisfying, I'd say. It just and there's a certain amount of brain cells for the build that makes the build fun, but yeah, definitely a satisfying game. Would recommend. I'd also say it's casual. It's a very casual game. So I would recommend it because you can just sit back and it's basically an auto battler if you think about it that way. Yeah, would definitely recommend. Next on the list is Replaced. So I've had this game on my wish list for probably, I think 5 years, like 2021 I think is when I wish listed this game, so it's really fun to actually see a demo come out for it. Because you know, with games like this where you have them on your wish list, a little trip animation, but I didn't expect it to actually come out, so I'm happy. I like the art. The art of it is just, I think this is beautiful. I like this pixelated stuff is my area. So this game does have a lot of like lore stuff in it. I don't think I'm gonna show that here, but there's a lot of text. I don't think they have reading for it, so there's no like, I don't think there's voice acting. There might be in the full game, who knows. The demo itself is only 30 minutes long, but it's a good demo. I liked it a lot. My biggest fear when I got to this part was that this game would be very puzzly, because I don't like puzzle games. They're not for me. But I found that I was quickly able to figure out pretty much everything that came across. They do give you a weapon. The weapon, you're mostly just beating them up though with a stick. So combat is my thing. I do like that. The combat here is very basic. Basically, you dodge when they give you that little above animation. That thing appears above their head. That's when you start. You do a dodge. But other than that, you just eternally beat somebody up, or press E. You just shoot them. You have to build your E up, your bullets, because I guess the bullets in your chamber are made out of blood or something of your enemies. I approve. I think that's a good idea. There you go. There is takedown animations, but I was just a little too far away. So if you like takedowns, that's a thing here. But that's basically the game. I mean, you get more enemies to deal with, more interesting scenarios. It's very atmospheric, and I appreciate it. Would recommend. Next one on the list here is Froggy Hates Snow. This one's another one of those ones I would call atmospheric, and another one that I would say I absolutely like the style that they went with. I love this bubble, the animation, the snow, the digging through it. It's just very satisfying to watch, and the music's not bad. Normally I don't really care much for the music in games, but I gotta say, this is definitely not one of those games I feel like I have to like listen to something else for. Effectively, you collect gems to upgrade your character, and you go through like collecting phases, like collecting and exploration phases, and then a combat phase. As you can see on the top, it says wave 1 out of 10. There's different frogs that you can play as that have different upgrades that you can go through, and then there's different maps that have different qualities, like this ice stuff that you see here that I can't dig through. That's a quality of this particular map. So each one has its challenges and whatnot. Again, the main part of this is that this, even though it's got combat in it, there's a dodge, there's effectively a melee. Dude, I didn't dodge any of those. I forgot that. I forgot my key bindings there for a second. But so I'm using like all my brain cells. But despite the combat sections, I would say this is still very chill until I get hit, and then it's not chill anymore. But most of the time, it's very chill. Normally, I don't get hit that much. It only happens because I'm recording. That's how it works. But here's one of those upgrades, and now if I'm walking around, what I was gonna say is, if I start walking around too much, then I start getting a little speed up. You can see how fast I go with the little skis instead of just walking. And you get a lot of upgrades like that, especially with your cargo capacity. You can get like a little cart, or you can get penguins. You can get a shovel to dig faster. I mean, there is different builds you can do every run. I hate to say this, but every run is a bit different with what you do with your build. I keep forgetting to actually do it, but upgrades. There's all of these, and then each item that you get gets its own ability to be upgraded. So, and I imagine with all of the extra frogs in the game, yeah, I imagine it gets pretty in depth. But I would definitely recommend this one. The next one on the list is Tabletop Tavern. I was skeptical of this one because of the assets. I think these are, what are these, like Unity or something? I've seen a lot of games that look like this, and I've seen a lot of them be like effectively scams where there's not an actual game to it. But I would like to say this one's actually pretty good. There's like a sandbox where you could build armies. I've used that. I liked that. It was fun. There's also a campaign mode, which I'm gonna show a little bit here, and I like that as well. So I'm in the campaign mode, and I'm gonna pick a village to attack, to go towards, fight garrison. I don't get why I wouldn't just enter the town. I mean, I get to recruit stuff. Oh, I guess if I wanted more loot, if I need loot. Recruit unit for free. You get to pick. Alright, so we're getting into a battle now. I don't know why you would auto-resolve. I feel like that's like the main point of the game. Is to actually play the battles out. At least the campaigns. So I've got all these units here. I'm just going to go ahead and start it. I don't have a particular way of putting this together. Levy. Shielded. Just pause here. These are large units. So there are counters in this game. So this is an anti-large unit. That's a large. Let's see. This is also large, so I can use that against it. And this is anti-large, so I can use that. then I can use my ranged dudes against these other big guys. I don't really know where to use my levies swordsmen, because they're not going to have a lot of good opportunities here, I don't think. So there are humans, there are orcs, there are... I mean, there's obviously direwolves, so that's part of the orc faction. There is also dwarfs, elves. There's other stuff too. I know there's an alternative human faction, like a... I don't know if they're like pirates or something. As you can tell, I'm winning. I think I lost my wolves. Yeah, I think my wolves all died right here. So you can zoom into... Look at that. The greenskins. But I think it's satisfying. Whether you like just building random armies and then having them fight each other. I don't think there's a double AI sandbox. That would be kind of fun to see. So you do have to play as one of the sides, I believe. But the campaign is also interesting, in my opinion. So I would give this a go if you like this sort of... I don't know how you call this type of game. Like, it's almost like a Total War, like, battle simulator. Effectively, is kind of how it feels. I don't know how else to describe it, but I like this type of game. I don't have too many of them, and I think this game does what it wants to do well. So I'd recommend it. The next one on the list is Dive or Die, Children of the Rain. So the core of this game is that you have like a little colony, right? In my case, I only really have one dude that I can use, but that's fine. You can build things, you can run the colony. Do I not have the materials? Oh yeah, I can craft it, there you go. And then I just need to craft ammo for it. There you go. I'll craft another 3, yeah. And then you dive. Diving is the main part of the game. So this is effectively a water world where Eldritch Horror has basically made everybody insane. Kind of a Lovecraftian... I can't remember what else you would call it, like a Cthulhu type thing. I don't if you know what that's like. But yeah, when you're diving, the main thing is you're looking for resources and trying not to run into anything that would absolutely kill you. Like this. I don't know what this is. Oh, it does damage to me apparently. It might be algae. This does not break from over here. Yep, it's algae. So the algae in this game will also try and kill you, as you can see by the 1 HP of damage it did to me. I think it can do more than that. I think I just got lucky. I saw somebody describe this as Dave the Diver, but with Cthulhu. And I haven't played Dave the Diver, but that sounds accurate to me. It's more of that algae stuff that wants to murder me. I don't know what that'll do. I don't know how to switch weapons. Okay, I do know how to switch weapons now. The mementos, I think, help with sanity. I like that sanity is part of this game. It's not a lot of games that have that. Like, it does make sense for a like Cthulhu adjacent game. So I found personally that the biggest upgrade for my survivors was the oxygen tank, because you can get so much more done if you can be down here a lot longer. But yeah, I don't think I've played any diving games in a very long time, like since the Flash era, when you play like things like Feeding Frenzy. So this is a bit of an oddball for me, but I do like it and I would recommend it. Next here is Paperhead demo. So this is another one of those uniquely stylized games. Everything is cardboard, or effectively everything is cardboard. Ooh, sharpening a pencil. Yeah, you get a pencil, by the way. Yeah, and it's another shooter on the list, but I do like me good shooters. Racing corpses, one of the best features of this game. But yeah, it's effectively just a very unique, like, boomer shooter-ish I guess I call this boomer shooter. All the enemies are flat little cardboard pieces. Yes. I would recommend at least trying it. The demo I think is actually fairly long. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more to it, and I think I have almost an hour now. Maybe it's just because I'm slow at figuring out the puzzle parts. I'm not a big map puzzle guy. I said that earlier, but I do like me combat, and this has enough combat in it for me. Goodness, I'm gonna die here. Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, almost died again. Oh, I died. But definitely would recommend this game, even though I'm bad at it. My next one on the list is Far, Far West. This actually has co-op. I haven't played co-op, so I haven't experienced any other weapons other than the first one. I don't know if these ones are in the demo or not. I don't know if you can get blueprints. If so, I haven't really experienced too much of it. There is character upgrades as well. With customization, I mean, it doesn't really matter much for me. So I'd say spells is probably your most important one, and the spells I'm the most interested in are actually the voodoo spells, because I'd love to, like, resurrecting your ally is great for me. I like being healer. Summoning a health item effectively, just area a health, that's great. Summoning the invincibility, making it so enemies fight themselves. I believe that's in here somewhere, but yeah. I just really, that's what I'm most excited for, is the drains, because everything else is more of like a grenade. So I find that all of the missions are basically the same. You complete whatever the objective you picked is, and then you kill a boss, and then you extract, and it seems to be that way with every mission. Thankfully, for the sake of replayability, the objectives and the bosses are different. They have multiple of both, but the main thing is you're trying to beat this guy, and he's just trying to make your day more annoying, so he constantly sends over little skelly dudes. I like this. You can just ride a horse around, speed your day up. So I don't think it'd be smart for me to get too close to that guy. These are the little skelly dudes I was talking about. There's a good variety of enemies, and I want to collect those souls because collecting souls is good for you, but I also like living. Woo. In this case, this is like an enemy spawner. You gotta cut all the skulls off of it. So here's one of the missions. I do like space, like any twist on space. I like futuristic stuff is kind of what I mean. Like I like this cowboy aesthetic, robot cowboys. This if you can't tell by my hand and all this stuff earlier. All these little mini games aren't too hard to figure out, because again, I don't like puzzles. I ain't good at puzzles. I got a small brain, and I want to use it for shooting. But it's very straightforward with how each of the missions work. I know some people don't like that, because like that sort of thing, because they feel like they're getting their hand held. But this is good enough for me. I do feel like co-op in this game would be kind of interesting. I mean, it has co-op. I just haven't played it. So for me, the co-op has potential. I think that music is starting because I'm gonna be fighting enemies now. Haven't used much of the secondary, but it one-taps these small enemies. It does not one-tap big enemies. Goodness. Eat fireball. There you go. Man, if I had not used that, I'd be dead now. Ooh, getting shot by skeleton cowboys. It's basically skeletons versus robots. That would be how I would describe this game. There you go. But at least from what I can tell, there seems to be some customizability with getting some different builds, so that you're not just playing with the same like 2 guns. And you already start out with choices between abilities. I just like Fireball because it's basically just a grenade. I find that the abilities actually cool down very quickly, fairly quickly. I mean, at least in my opinion, for how often I remember to use them. Because I know that they were kind of saying that it takes a while. At least one of the characters in the game says so. Oh, I ran out of my primary ammo. But I think the game has potential. I like the cowboys versus, like, robot cowboys versus skeletons thing. I like that. Again, I would recommend this game. And I would love to see what co-op ends up being like. Last game on my list is Raccoin, Coin Pusher Roguelike. I've actually played this demo before, but it was part of this Next Fest, so I'm counting it. And I played it again, and it's a little different than I remember it being, but it's, for the most part, it's effectively the same game. I don't know if they changed up like available characters or something, but I remember the first time I played it, I felt like I found an exploit because it seemed too easy, and now it feels like it's a little harder than it was before. I would describe this as a satisfaction sort of thing, like a casual thing where, like, when you push a lot of stuff in, it gets very satisfying. And you can go at your own pace. So that's kind of why I like this game, because I can sit back, kind of relax. There's some strategy to it if I want to put some brain cells to it. It's different types of coins you could put in there based off of what character you're playing. You get a rack for it. Special events can happen on your board, and pretty much the most satisfying thing in this game is just getting a bunch of coins to come down at the same time. So my favorite thing is probably like when the table shakes. When you shake the table, I like that effect. I like it when you get like a tower of like 128 coins, and you keep them all as a tower all the way until they all just fall on the edge at the same time. That is really satisfying, just getting stuff like that, or watching the whole thing tumble. Like, the physics effects in this game is satisfying. At least to me it is. There's a certain amount of satisfaction watching all these little things push each other around. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. But yeah, I just like that it's a chill experience that has some strategy to it. If you want to, you can just get lucky. I mean, I've got lucky before, but I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, well, we've effectively got to the end here of the video. Let me know if you want me to make a video on one of these specific games, because I'd love to. And let me know if you picked one of these games up because of the video, because that'd be kind of fun. I haven't ever done one of these before. These, like, my recommendations list sort of thing. I might do more of these in the future. And well, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.